Okay, welcome to Bounce Around Charleston. Affordable housing town hall meeting. Let's find out what that's all about. Shakima Clark Chapman is here. She's a real estate consultant. And Terry Bass is here because he's going to be the facilitator. Welcome to Bounce Around Charleston.
Thank you, Randolph. Appreciate the invitation.
Okay, affordable housing town hall meeting. What are we going to talk about?
Well, if you've been paying attention, or if you are in the rental market or even in the housing market here in Charleston, you'll probably realize that prices have changed dramatically. And so on April 22nd at Royal Missionary Baptist Church in the Life Center, we're going to host an affordable town hall meeting where we'll have political leaders, including Senator Marlin Kempson, come and talk about some initiatives that they have in place for affordable housing, as well as give the residents resources on how they can obtain affordable housing.
If you look around Charleston, there are houses going up everywhere. I mean, there's a lot. Next week, there's a house. What's going on with that?
Well, it's the demand. Charleston, a couple of things have happened. A lot of industry has come here. When you think about companies like Boeing, Mercedes, Chrysler, that's one thing. And then we've also done a really good job of promoting Charleston. PR has been great. Charleston has been listed like the #1 area to move to. So there's a lot of demand coming in. And if you remember in economics, when there's a lot of demand and a lower supply, which is what we're experiencing, prices are on the rise. So just to give you some statistics, the 2016 Charleston Trident Association of Realtors releases an annual report every year. In 2012, the average home price here was about $190,000. That's kind of your median middle price. 2016, we landed at $240,000, and by 2018 they predict that to jump to about $266,000. So that's great news for the housing market. However, if salaries aren't rising at the same rate, that presents an issue. And so daily I talk to people who are interested in getting into the housing market, but they don't necessarily qualify because of the affordability issue.
So who should really come to this town hall meeting?
Well, it's a few people who should come. One, we have a lot of the realtors in the community will be there as well because it's a concern for them. But the community at large, anyone who is invested in our community in the housing market should be involved. Businesses should be interested in attending as well because the housing market impacts them also.
Okay. Terry, what is your job as the facilitator?
Well, hopefully dig a little deeper through the questions and the answers, and just, I said earlier in a conversation with Shakima, as she said, we're being victimized by our success in a sense. You know, it's the byproduct of all those great things that are happening in Charleston, but we got to ask the questions to hopefully help the people out there, because, you know, what joy is it to, you know, have this nice house that you can barely afford to live in? So we got to get to the bottom of how we can help people out. So
your money must match the house you're living in.
Exactly. And so if our salaries aren't rising at the same rate and the housing is skyrocketing, we have to come up with some solutions. So the great thing about the Affordable Town Hall meeting is that not only will we have our political leaders, advocates for affordable housing, such as Senator Kempson, Michelle Mapp, Ben Stanfield, they'll all be in the room to not only hear your concerns, but also talk about the initiatives that they have. In addition to, we'll have resources available. So for example, Wells Fargo has dedicated $60 billion to helping African Americans specifically become homeowners. So we'll have information such as that available all in one room.
So when a person comes to the town hall meeting, what questions should they have prepared already?
The questions they should have is what direction they see housing going forward, what's available for them, and what they qualify for, because there are ways to get them into affordable housing. They just have to know what they are.
Okay. Now there's a book called Possess the Land, The Believer's Guide to Home Buying, written by
Me, yes. I should say co-authored by me. Possess the Land, The Believer's Guide to Home Buying is something that God placed on my heart to put out. It's a book that takes a parallel of the journey of the children of Israel, their escape from Egypt to their promised land. And it uses practical tools comparison to that journey in the home buying process. So it's an interesting take on buying a house based on your faith.
So after a person reads your book, what can they walk away with?
Hope. And so that's one thing. A lot of times what I've found is what people are missing, as you recall from the story, when the children of Israel were given the commandment that they could leave Egypt and possess their land, they got excited until they faced giants. So when the giants were in the land, that caused them to miss their opportunity. And so what they will walk away from in reading this book are tools to slay those giants so that they can possess the land that God has promised them.
Okay, affordable housing town hall meeting event, April 22nd, 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. at the Royal Missionary Baptist Church Family Life Center, 4750 Abraham Avenue, North Charleston. And then the book, Possess the Land, The Believer's Guide to Home Buying. You can purchase it on Amazon or at www.howtopossesstheland.com. Well, Shakima and Terry Bates, thank you for being here on Bounce Around Charleston. And I hope the town hall meeting is packed, because there are a lot of houses and there are a lot of people that need the information. Thank you for being here on Bounce Around Charleston. Okay, well, there's a food war battle going on with what? Food trucks. We'll learn more about that right after this break.